concentrate on things a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
I'm reading Frankenstein, Mary Shelley. Today I opened my window, let the sunlight in. I was drinking some green tea while reading my book with some honey that Ozzy stole from the kitchen for me.
I'm struck by your piece today, Blake. It's a thing because you've feigned happiness before, but this time it feels sincere. It's almost serene. So, based on what I've seen, how about we cut back to 10 milligrams of the Abilify? How's that sound?
Yeah, that'd be groovy.
And you and Miss Wallace, you guys getting along?
Yeah, I think so. I've been bringing her a flower every meal since Tuesday. She finally smiled today when I gave her an orchid. I think it must have reminded her of something, but I think the gardeners are getting a little peeved with me because I'm asking for a flower like every 3 meals a day, so. But it's worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, what about Bella?
Why would you say that? I haven't even mentioned her today.
I know you didn't. But I just want to make sure she's not around because it was Bella that stabbed Mrs. Wallace's hand with a fork, so I'm just curious, where's Bella?
She's not in me. She's not inside of me anymore. You know, I thought that would be kind of obvious.
Okay. Sorry, you see what you're doing right now? Sounds a lot like Bella talking, so where is Bella?
That's not possible because Bella is not inside of me anymore.
Where is she?
She's not far.
Blake. Where's Bella?
I don't know. She has her own body now.
Okay. What's the name of this game? Or is this a Bella game?
Yeah, it's a Bella game.
I've been able to concentrate on things now. Like, I'm reading Frankenstein, Mary Shelley. Today I just had the window open, sun shining through, reading my book, drinking some green tea with honey. Ozzy got me the honey from the kitchen.
I gotta say, I'm struck by your piece today. I mean, you feigned happiness before, but this time feels different. It's sincere, almost serene. So based on what I've seen, how about we cut back to 10 milligrams of the Abilify? How's that sound?
Sounds groovy.
How are you and Mrs. Wallace getting along?
Well, ever since Tuesday, I've been bringing her a flower at every meal, and yesterday she finally smiled when I gave her an orchid. I think it reminded her of something. But the gardeners are getting really peeved with me because I've been asking for a flower every day, 3 times a day.
And Bella?
Why did you ask about her? I wasn't talking about her.
I know. I just want to make sure she's not around. Because it was Bella that stabbed Mrs. Wallace's hand with a fork. So where is she?
She's not in me. She's not in me anymore. I thought that was obvious.
Okay, now, hold. What you're doing right there, that sounds a lot like Bella.
No. That's impossible. She's not in me anymore.
Where'd she go?
Not far.
Like,
Bella has her own body now.
okay. Okay, so tell me, what is this new game? Or is this a Bella game?
It's a Bella game.
I started reading Frankenstein, Mary Shelley. Great book. Today I sat by the window. The sun was shining through, very cinematic. And I was just reading, drinking some green tea with some honey. Ozzy snuck some honey from the kitchen for me.
I gotta tell you, I'm struck by your peace and happiness today. I mean, you've pretended to be happy before, but it feels different. It's sincere, almost serene. So, based on what I'm seeing, how about we cut back to 10 milligrams of the Abilify moving forward? How about that?
That sounds just groovy.
How are you and Miss Wallace getting along?
About that, I started bringing her a flower every meal. Yesterday I gave her an orchid and she finally gave me a smile, so that's good. I think it reminded her of something. But the gardeners out back are starting to get mad at me because I've been asking for a flower every day, 3 times a day, so it makes sense.
And Bella?
Why did you bring her up? I didn't mention her today.
I know you didn't. I just want to make sure she's not around in your life. She was the one that stabbed Mrs. Wallace after all, so just curious. Where's Bella?
Well, she's not in me. She's not inside of me anymore. I thought that would be obvious.
Okay, now see, that's how Bella would respond. So.
That's impossible. She's not in me anymore.
Yeah, well, where did she go?
Not far.
Like,
Bella has her own body now.
okay. Like, what is this new game that you're playing with me? Or is this a Bella game?
It's a Bella game.
I feel like I'm really starting to be able to concentrate on things again. Like, I'm reading Frankenstein, Mary Shelley, and today I was just sitting outside, the sun shining, and then I was reading my book and sipping green tea with honey. Ozzy snuck some honey from the kitchen for me.
I gotta say, I'm struck by your sense of peace today. I mean, you feigned happiness before, but this time feels different. It's sincere, almost serene. So how about we cut back to 10 milligrams of the Abilify? How's that sound?
Oh, that sounds just groovy.
And how are you and Miss Wallace getting along?
We're doing fine. I'm started bringing her a flower with every meal since Tuesday, and she finally smiled yesterday when I gave her an orchid. I think she finally, I think it meant something to her. But gardeners at back are starting to get peeved. I think it's because I'm asking for a flower like 3 times a day.
And Bella?
Why would you bring her up? I didn't even mention her today.
I know. I just want to make sure that she's not around anymore. Because it was Bella that stabbed Mrs. Wallace's hand with a fork, so I want to know where Bella is.
Well, she's not in me. She's not inside me anymore. I thought that would be obvious.
Okay, now hold on. That right there, that sounds a lot like Bella talking.
No, it's impossible. She's not in me, not inside me anymore.
Where did she go?
Not far.
Like,
Bella has her own body now.
okay. Okay, Blake, tell me, what is the name of this new game? Or is this a Bella game?
It's a Bella game.
A lot more concentrated lately. I started reading Frankenstein, Mary Shelley. Today I was just sitting by my window and I let the sun in and I was reading and I was drinking my green tea with honey. Ozzy snuck some honey for me from the kitchen.
I gotta say, I'm struck with your sense of peace today. You feigned happiness before, but this feels different, sincere, almost serene. So based on what I'm seeing, how about we cut back to 10 milligrams of the Abilify? How's that sound?
Sounds just groovy.
And how are you and Mrs. Wallace getting along?
Better, I think. I've been bringing her a flower every meal since Tuesday. I brought her an orchid today and she finally smiled at me. I think it might have reminded her of something, but I don't know. But the gardeners are getting a little peeved with me because I've been asking for a flower 3 times every day. But it's fine, it's worth it.
What about Bella?
Why would you even mention her? I didn't bring her up today.
I know. I just wanted to make sure that she's not around you anymore.
Well, she's not in me anymore. She's not inside of me.
Okay.
I thought that would be kind of obvious.
Oh, okay. Now, how you're talking to me, that's how Bella would talk to me. Don't forget, she stabbed Mrs. Wallace with a fork.
Yeah, well, she's not in me anymore.
Mm-hmm. Where'd she go?
Not for.
Like,
Bella has their own body now.
okay. I give up. Like, what is this new game that we're playing, or is this a Bella game?
It's a Bella game.
I've been able to concentrate more. I'm reading Frankenstein by Mary Shelley, and the other day I was just sitting by the window and the sunlight was coming in and I was just reading my book and drinking green tea with honey. Ozzy snuck in some honey from the kitchen for me.
I gotta say that I'm struck by this, sense of peace from you, because you feigned happiness before, but this time feels different. You're sincere, almost feels serene. So based on everything I'm seeing in you today, how about we cut back to 10 milligrams of Abilify moving forward? How's that sound?
That sounds groovy.
Yeah. And how are you and Mrs. Wallace getting along now?
I've been bringing her flour every meal since Tuesday. And she actually smiled when I brought her an orchid the other day. I think it may have reminded her of something. But the gardeners out back are getting a little bit peeved with me because, I'm asking for a flower 3 times a day, every day, but,
And Bella?
Why would you bring her up? I haven't even mentioned her today.
No, I know. I just wanted to make sure she's not around. She did stab Mrs. Wallace with a fork, so I'm just asking. Where's Bella?
She's not in me. She's not inside of me. I would think that would be obvious.
Okay. All right. Now, how you just spoke to me, that sounds a lot like Bella talking.
That's impossible, because she's not in me.
Where is she? Where'd she go?
Not far.
Like,
Bella has her own body now.
Okay. Okay. I'll bite. Tell me, what's the name of this new game? Or is this a Bella game?
It's a Bella game.
I've been able to really concentrate a lot more. I started reading Frankenstein, Mary Shelley. Today I just sat by the window, with the sun, reading my book and sipping green tea with honey. Ozzy snuck me some honey from the kitchen.
I gotta tell you, I'm struck by this whole thing. You feigned happiness before, but this time feels different. It's sincere, almost serene. So based on what I'm saying, how about we cut back to 10 milligrams of the Abilify? How's that sound?
Sounds just groovy.
How are you and Mrs. Wallace getting along now?
I started bringing her flowers every meal since Tuesday. Yesterday when I gave her the orchid, she actually smiled. I think it reminded her of something. But the gardeners out back, I think, are starting to get really peeved with me because I keep just asking for a flower every day. 3 times a day.
And Bella?
Why would you bring her up? I didn't even mention her today.
Oh no, I just want to make sure she's not around. She's the one that stabbed Mrs. Wallace's hand with a fork, so I'm just curious, where's Bella?
She's not in me. She's not inside me anymore. I would think that would be obvious.
Okay. See, this change right here sounds a lot like Bella talking.
No, that's impossible. Bella's not in me anymore.
Where'd she go?
Not far.
Like,
Bella has her own body now.
okay. Tell me, what's the name of this new game we're playing? Or is this a Bella game?
It's a Bella game.
I just feel like I can really concentrate on things again. I'm reading Frankenstein, Mary Shelley, and today I sat by the window and the sun was shining through, and I just read my book and sipped on my green tea with honey. Ozzy snuck some honey from me in the kitchen.
I gotta say, I'm struck by this whole sense of peace. I mean, you feigned happiness before, but you seem different. Like this is sincere, almost serene. So, based on what I'm seeing, how about we cut back to 10 milligrams of the Abilify? How's that sound?
Sounds groovy.
How are you and Mrs. Wallace getting along?
I started bringing her flowers every meal to the cafeteria since Tuesday. She finally smiled when I brought her the orchid yesterday. I think it reminded her of something. The gardeners out back are getting kind of peeved off with me, though, for asking for a flower every day, like 3 times a day.
And Bella?
Why would you ask me about her? I didn't even mention her.
I don't know. I just want to make sure she's not around.
She's not. She's not in me anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought that would be obvious.
Okay. Well, what you're doing right now sounds a lot like Bella.
That's impossible. Okay, she's not in me anymore.
Yeah, well, where'd she go?
Not far.
Like.
Bella has her own body now.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Tell me, what kind of game is this? Or is this a Bella game?
It's a Bella game.